Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Good morning, everybody. This is Mikael from Healthwise Enterprise, the health food store that's located at 3807 East 8 Mile Road, about 3 blocks west of Ryan. And we're there to service you from 10 to 7, Monday through Saturday. You can call us at 586-757-DIET. Again, that's 586-757-DIET. Can also reach us at 313-366-DIET. And if you want to reach me directly, I suggest you send a text at 313-600-8532. You can still call that number, okay? And we will get with you. It's getting real busy. And folks want more and more one-on-ones, so I'm doing my best to provide that service. Today, I want to talk about HIV, but before I do that, I want to send out condolences to two of my dear friends. Eddie Miles, he came into our life about 30 years ago when I quit my job back in '85 to pursue a health career, starting off with Dick Gregory, Slim Safe Bahamian diet. And I met Eddie Miles, and he used to give us some of the most dramatic, informative, and powerful presentations on the many benefits of the Dick Gregory Slim Safe Bahamian diet and how to make money with it, because he was one of those who taught Dr. Kiefer how to make over $2,000 in 1 month with the Bahamian diet, and introduced me to network marketing, and which is phenomenal. But he made his transition. I just found out about it yesterday, and I just want to send condolences out to his wife and family. And a second person, Gerald Johnson, who was a farmer, a black farmer. He had, and one of the things he was known for is what he could do to cure horses, okay? And he would take them in, and they were sick or whatever, and he would bring them back to life using nutrition, okay? And vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, fatty acid precursors, friendly bacteria, grasses. And I've been to his farms. We was getting his the chickens and duck. We would get some of the chickens, okay, but what was interesting in was the chicken eggs, because they was the first time we ever carried fertilized, grass-fed, organic chicken eggs at Healthwise was through Mr. Gerald Johnson. And he was a black farmer and a black horse trainer and nourishing the horses. But I just found out late last night he had made his transition on March the 6th, and he had his homecoming yesterday. So, again, my condolences out to his family. His son is taking over, so we still get our fertilized eggs from his son. And they are some of the best eggs around. And he also brings us the Mormon's butter, which is some of the best butter I ever had in my life. And it's, of course, from free range, grass-fed cows, and the chickens is some of the best that I've ever experienced in my life. So, and then on a different note, I gotta pull this up right quick. My goddaughter, Nyla, and I should say grand-goddaughter, okay, and her mother, which is my goddaughter, they are going to be singing at this ceremony, this dedication for the Tuskegee Airmen. It's a monument dedication this Memorial Day, Monday at noon, okay, and this is going to be at the Coleman A. Young International Airport. Okay, used to be known as Detroit City Airport, which is at 11499 Connors. Okay, just right off of Gratiot, and that's 48213, I should say. This named after Coleman A. Young, the longest-serving Detroit mayor, and the Tuskegee Airmen. The Detroit City Airport will be the dedication site of 4 life-size bronze statues commemorating the heroism and service of the renowned African-American World War II pilots of the Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated. So that's going to be this Monday, Memorial Day. There's free parking, okay, and if you want to know more, you can go to friendsofdca.org, friendsofdca.org, to get more information. But and then they got a contact number down here, 313-618-9749. Again, that's Beverly Walker, Executive Director, at 313-618-9749. That's for this Tuskegee Airmen Monument dedication this coming Monday, the 31st of May at noon. Because then they got free parking there too. So, wanted to let everybody know about those 3 things. Okay, and now back to HIV. Surprisingly, selenium has been used successfully with HIV, and they found out that like certain lands, like in Africa, I think it's the West Coast, has selenium in the soil, versus the east coast of Africa does not. And the folks in Africa does have selenium in the soil, so that's in the food that they grow on that soil. It has the least amount of HIV cases. And I know Dr. Wallach had took the FDA to court because he had found out, because he's a vet too, and he had found out that they, getting 200 micromilligrams of selenium was helping fight the cancer war, okay? And people that come to us with cancer, we always recommend at least 100 to 200 micromilligrams of selenium, at least when they talk to me. If not, maybe you can make sure they get their selenium in. It's a mineral, and it works real good with vitamin E, okay? Matter of fact, I think we got this formula together. It was like 400 IUs, international units of vitamin E, along with, I think it's 100 or 200 micromilligrams of selenium. And they work synergistically together, which means like 3 plus 3 equals 7 when you take them together. And you always want to take your vitamins and minerals with your food, because, again, that helps with the absorption, and it has a selenium effect. That was my apple that I had this morning. It's a story at a glance. A trace mineral found in soil and Pacific foods, selenium works as an antioxidant, which can protect you from diseases. Selenium is also anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and has anti-cancer properties. Okay. Anti-inflammatory, that can get into the brain and cause stress, okay? And antiviral, it's just, we're dealing with all kind of viruses right now, okay? And anti-cancerous properties. I mean, it's really important that we get these nutrients in every day, because, see, the diseases, they don't take a break off. They don't take a break or a holiday. Every day they trying to multiply. And the way we counteract that is what, just like my friend Gerald Johnson did with the horses, build them up with nutrition. Okay, that's God's plan. That's what we've been doing for horses and other animals for hundreds and hundreds of years, and for ourselves, because we grew our food on mineral-rich soil, and the soil didn't have the minerals in it. We would put the minerals in it. Okay, our cow manure and other nutrients, wood chips and things like that, to provide the nourishment for the soil. So whatever food you grew on that soil, it would have the nutrients. But they stopped doing that. Okay, and back in the 30s, it was discovered from a 2-year study, because the farmers was complaining, man, our animals is getting sick from all kind of diseases. And the government did a 2-year study, document 264, and we released the findings in 1936. And it come to find out that vitamins is useless without minerals, okay? And because vitamins regulate the minerals, and if you grow your food on mineral-depleted soil, there's no minerals in it, and the vitamins you get from the, fresh fruits and vegetables is is useless. Okay, so we always encourage people, at bare minimum, is take a strong multiple vitamin, strong multiple mineral, like the one Dr. Wallach, who was a vet for 17 years, and he was a specialist. He worked with all kinds of large animals, small animals in Africa, and all over the United States. He came up with all these cures for the animals. I don't know, the difference between animals and humans was the amount you take based on your body weight. And because selenium was key. and they found out that it was key for HIV, okay, as we'll get into later on. Now, I'm not a doctor, a lawyer, nutritionist, a dietitianist. I just study a lot, read a lot, pray a lot, meditate a lot, and and share a lot, okay, love a lot. Selenium is an essential mineral, but the right amount is critical for your health. Too much may lead to diabetes, and too little opens your system up for diseases. Okay, it's just like, anything else. You can drink a gallon of water in 10 minutes and drown. So you just have to learn, and that's what I got from Dr. Wallach, is anywhere from 100 to 200 micromilligrams per day. I think the government recommend about 50. I'm happy to do that. Autoimmune diseases, okay, thyroid problems, including Hashimoto diseases, cancer, heart disease, AIDS, asthma, are all positively impacted by selenium or lack of it. But as many as 1 billion people worldwide have a deficiency, okay? Certain meats, wild caught fish, Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds, onions, garlic, mushrooms are all good sources of selenium if the soil has it in the ground that they grow these foods on. See, at Healthwise, we have a couple of sources. One from Dr. Wallach, which gives you 100 micromilligrams plus some other nutrients in it. That's selenium. And then we got one from Dr. Young that gives you straight up 200 micromilligrams per pill. So you take either one or the other, okay? Because the government recommends 50 micromilligrams. Dr. Wallach, what they did with the horses and animals, gave them, I think it said 200, okay? When he fought the FDA, took him to court, and he like halfway won that one because they told him he had to cut his down from 200 down to 100 micromilligrams of selenium per pill, right? This mineral is also a powerful antioxidant, which plays itself out in many ways regarding your health. You need only a little, though, to help keep your immune system and other functioning humming along in proper order. See, the key thing is immune system. With diseases constantly attacking us, we constantly keep our immune system up. It's like our fight back, okay? We can't stop them from poisoning the air and the water and the food, okay? But we can build up our immune system so that those, when we're exposed to those things, it doesn't have an ill effect on us, okay? Because our immune system is so strong, okay? As much as your body requires selenium, taking the proper amount is critical, because too much, such as 400 micromilligrams daily, is associated with an increased risk of diabetes. However, unless you're taking a supplement, it's not likely you'll overdose on selenium through the food you eat. In fact, most people have trouble getting what they need, and as many as 1 billion people worldwide have selenium deficiencies. Okay, now this, of course, report came out. What date was that? October the 3rd in 2016. Okay, it's interesting how keeping your immune system up was. That's something Dr. Wallach been doing. I mean, Dr. McCullough, which is where this article come from, has been doing for at least 20 years that I know of. Okay. Now, Your chances of having a selenium deficiency is higher if you smoke cigarettes or chew tobacco, take birth control pills, drink alcohol, or have a condition that keep you from absorbing the nutrient you need through the food you eat. Okay? So, smoking cigarettes, taking birth control pills, drinking alcohol affects your selenium absorption. Okay. I think they said, oh, no, that was something else I was reading. I had to share that with you because vitamin D3, was another key nutrient to fight off the causes of lots of different diseases. And when you run across some nutrient, some high fructose corn syrup, like in drinks and foods and candy, that deplete your sources of vitamin D3. Now, Dr. Makota talks about vitamin D3 is key to help fight off viruses, okay, and other diseases. But when you have pops and sodas and foods that says, or you read the labels and it has high fructose corn syrup, then that's going to have a direct effect on your absorption of the D3, which is another vitamin, another nutrient that help builds up your immune system. Free radicals, okay, back to selenium. Free radicals, the bad guys, you do not want lurine in your body. As previously mentioned, one of the most important aspects of selenium is that it functions as a free radical zapping antioxidant. What does that mean exactly? When you take this word apart, anti is something you're against, and the word or phrase that follows it is the bad guy. In this case, what you are against is oxidation, because it can cause oxidative stress, which in turn can lead to tissue and organ damage. Okay, like when you get, say, you bite into an apple and you don't finish it off, and if it's has been sprayed with chemicals, the apple will start oxidating. Okay, start turning brown. Okay. And it's interesting that God put that skin around the apple that protects it from oxidation. And that skin is the undigestible fiber, what helps with the cleaning of your colon. And the meat, what they call the meat on the inside of the apple, okay, they call it the meat, is digestible fiber, all right? It helps with cleaning of the colon again. Now, according to News Medical, quote, oxidative stress is essential and imbalance between the production of free radicals and the ability of the body to counteract or detoxify their harmful effects through neutralization by antioxidants. Okay. Oxidative stress is essential and imbalance between the production of free radicals and the ability of the body to counteract or detoxify their harmful effects through neutralization by antioxidants, which is like the selenium as a natural antioxidant. Okay. Wow, free radicals, okay, may be another learning term. In short, free radicals and other absorbent reactive oxidant species, ROS, are caused by either normal or internal metabolic processes or vistas, outside influences such as nicotine and X-rays, okay, like when you go get a mammogram, okay, and exposure to harmful chemicals like those used to kill mosquitoes and germs in your bathroom or weeds around your patio, okay? Or don't forget about the weeds that grow your food on, okay, the glyphosate, all right? Those all contribute to the free radicals. One study explains, quote, free radicals, reactive oxygen species, okay, OSS, and reactive nitrogen species are generated by our body by various endogenous systems, exposure to different physicochemical conditions or pathological states. A balance between free radicals and antioxidants is necessary for proper physiological function. Yeah, he breaks it all down, doesn't he? A balance between free radicals and antioxidants. Now, you want to get things that's going to be fighting the free radicals, because we are constantly exposed to the pesticides and herbicides, nitrates and nitrites in the air, the water, and the food. So getting things like selenium, which we know is an antioxidant, helps to neutralize the negative effects of those chemicals. Now, back to the quote. If free radicals overwhelm the body's ability to regulate them, a condition known as oxidative stress endures. Free radicals thus adversely alter leptins, proteins, DNA, and trigger a number of human diseases. Hence, application of external sources of antioxidants can assist in coping with oxidative stress. So, because see, they tell you that cancer takes about 10 years to develop in your body. To me, that means they got the instruments that can tell you on year 1 that you got cancer. But they don't tell you then, okay? They wait till 10 years later when it gets so big, then they want to, scare you to death if you don't do chemo and radiation, okay? Taking things like selenium every day, now you got a strong antioxidant that prevents the free radicals from growing like baby kids, just multiplying. You have to have that balance, okay? And that's what Dr. Wildek recommended, 200 micromilligrams, okay? Every day with your food. So it's like the beginning stages. If you're taking these things on a regular basis, then those beginning stages never get a chance to develop. All that is zeroing in on your immune system being strong. It may be helpful to remember that free radicals can cause cell damage, and antioxidants fight free radicals. See, we had this paper at Healthwise. It talks about the 10 different steps or nutrients that you can use to build up a healthy cell. Okay, and then it was written, I forget the author's name, but his name is on the report at Healthwise about these 10 different steps to zeroing in on the building up a healthy cell. If you zero in on foods that's going to build a healthy cell, supplements that's going to build a healthy cell, like selenium, like vitamin D3, C and zinc. See, the Ultimate Classic, I love that name because that's what it is. It's a classic supplement. I mean, it has class because it's like a real high doses of vitamins, much higher than what the government recommend, and a real high doses, over 19,000 milligrams of the minerals and trace minerals. It's over 600 per 1 ounce serving, and it's got amino acids in it. It's one of the strongest sources of supplements that we have at Healthwise to fight off free radicals, the beginning stages of diseases. See, it's a whole lot easier to prevent a disease rather than wait to get it and then trying to do something about it. All right? I thank God for pointing me in the right direction, and to 50 years ago, when I learned that 98% of all diseases originate in the colon, I said, oh, okay, that's easy enough. Zero in on doing things to keep the colon cleansed. Because you got, most Americans got 25 pounds of undigested fecal matter lodged in their colon. And people say, I want to lose my stomach, but then they hole in their colon. Okay. So taking things like the oxy powder pills help pour those poisons out of the colon. Because you got to drink the water. Okay, because the first place the body goes to get water is the colon. How much water you drink is based on your body weight. For every 2 pounds you weigh, drink 1 ounce of water. So a 200-pound person should drink 100 ounces. This is based on a formula that Dick Gregory had shared with us, and I'm sure he got it from other doctors. And I tried it. I love it, and that's what I do most days. It's like my water container. This here is a liter, so it's like 34 ounces. I get 3 of those in every day, and that gives me 100 ounces. And I'm not 200 pounds, but when it's hot, summertime, you need a little extra water because you're a lot more exposed to the sun and activities, and so you lose more water by you being more active and it's hotter outside. Now, the thyroid function and the role of selenium. I really like this part. Now, because I was thinking, what Dr. Young had told us, not Dr. Group, I mean, is that you need that iodine, okay, to help balance out the thyroid gland, whether it's overactive, underactive. He recommended 1,950 micromilligrams of iodine, and I think 70% of the people put these 3 drops under their tongue because it's ducts underneath the tongue that takes it right into your blood system. He recommends that every day to help balance out the thyroid gland. Then we hear the thyroid function and the role of selenium. I like, ooh, that's a good combination. The thyroid contains more selenium per gram of tissue than any other organ. Okay, you're going to take out your thyroid gland, but now that is the area where you can contain the most selenium. Okay, so no, God didn't give us no extra parts, Anyway, one study explains in 1957, okay, which is the same year they came up with a cure for sugar diabetes for animals, based on, again, nutrition. And what Dr. Wallace shared with us, the ultimate classic, the plant-derived minerals, and this product called Sweeties. If people take those 3 items every day, it doesn't, from based on the 30 years we've been sharing that, people come back and tell us their numbers is below 100, and usually in 3 to 6 months. It's amazing. But here in 1957, studies investigating the requirements of nutrients in Groton diet revealed selenium, along with vitamin E, to be essential for the prevention of liver diseases. This led to the realization that selenium deficiency was responsible for a number of disorders observed previously. Selenium is a contributing factor to Cation disease in humans. Although toxicity at higher levels is still a serious problem, the importance of selenium as an essential micronutrient is now recognized. That's in 1957. Okay, what's that, 50, 60, 70 years ago? Well, at least 60. Another study states that the value of selenium supplementation for people with autoimmune thyroid problems is becoming more understood, and deficiencies appear to have an impact on the development of thyroid problems, probably due to selenium's ability to regulate the production of ROS and their metabolites. In patients with Hashimoto disease, selenium supplementation, quote, decreases anti-thyroid antibody levels and improve the ultrasound structure of the thyroid gland. Further studies for pregnant women regarding selenium say that supplementation significantly lowers the risk of postpartum thyroidism. Selenium strengths, proper amounts cut your risk of serious diseases. Okay. According to one meta-analysis, quote, selenium may play a beneficial role in multifactorial illnesses with genetic and environmental linkages. Tissues particularly sensitive to changes in selenium's supply include red blood cells, kidneys, and muscles. The meta-analysis identified that for animal species, selenium-enriched foods were more effective than selenium. No, this is a real tough word here. Selenium method at increasing the glyconite protease activities. Immune function. One of the most important functions of selenium is its ability to help your body fight diseases. Okay. It raises your white blood cells count so you are more able to resist infections. It raises your white blood cell count so you are more able to resist infections. An example is a study showing that selenium may help prevent a skin infection prevalent in people with the swelling of the tissues in your arms and legs, usually as a result of chemotherapy or injury. The mycoplasma pneumonia, aka walking pneumonia. Now, that's key. Your immune system. Keep hopping on that because it's a word that's just put out there, but a lot of folks don't really understand it. or don't take it serious. I don't put enough action behind it. See, we grew up with knowledge is power, but we at Healthwise twerked that a little bit and say applied knowledge is power. Selenium, dealing with, because I got a friend that has that swollen arms and legs. Okay. So it made me think about her. Cancer. In 2012, researchers reported that in areas of the world where selenium levels are naturally low, supplementing with selenium may be cancer protective. Studies authored and Professor John Haskey of Newcastle University in the UK explained, quote, "The difficulty with the selenium is that it is a very narrow window between levels that are suboptimal and those that would be considered toxic. What our study showed is a possible link between higher levels of selenium and a decreased risk of colon cancer, and suggests that increasing selenium intake may reduce the risk of this disease, cancer." Heart benefits. And we went from immune system to cancer, heart, kidneys. While it should be noted that some researchers say taking selenium supplement does not appear to influence heart disease one way or another, or to protect against heart attacks. The University of Maryland Medical Center reports, quote, "Scientists know that low levels of selenium can contribute to heart failure, and being deficient in selenium seems to make this disease called the hardening of the arteries happen when plaque builds up in the arteries, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes." Now, we have those kind of conditions happening now. Okay. Blood clots, plaque build up in the arteries, lead to heart attacks and strokes. So now you got selenium that's working on that, okay, based on this study. Another study found that patients who took selenium supplements on a regular basis are, quote, far less likely, unquote, to have another heart attack. Okay. Very interesting. Because we've learned over the years that selenium, along with vitamin E, see, vitamin E, we found is a natural blood thinner. Now you got selenium. It's like it's alluring to it breaking down the blood clots. Okay. So if folks got that shot, based on the report we saw last week, okay, I think it's SM-102, the third ingredient in that shot is a extremely poisonous substance that's been banned from animals and human use in a, what they say, 6, 10, 12 months. It will give you the same symptoms as COVID. And then the people start dying from that, which I hope they don't. We had encouraged people to, if they got the shot, take the formula that we've got from Dr. McCullough, which is the D3, 10,000 IUs of that, the vitamin D3, vitamin C, 1 to 3,000 milligrams of that, the zinc, 10 to 50 milligrams of that, and this other nutrient called quercetin, 400 to 1,000 milligrams of that per day. This one lady said she gave that to her teenage son. He's a teenager in the early 20s. He'd been diagnosed with COVID. And she was shocked that in 2 days he was bouncing around like he normally does. And she know, because her mama is a doctor that work at one of the major hospitals around the Detroit area. And they know he's going to be down for 7 to 10 days. And in 2 days, taking that formula, he's up and at 'em. Now we would add selenium to that formula, okay? Especially if folks have got that shot with that poisonous substance in it to prevent blood clots. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm, what these folks is leaning on. They haven't said that, okay? But I'm just putting the two and two together, Now, next one is asthma, okay? Asthma sufferers tend to have higher incidence of low selenium levels in their blood. Scientists found that diets containing high amounts of antioxidants are associated with lower asthma prevalence in immunology studies, as reported on accumulative data reveal, quote, accumulative data indicate that asthma is associated with reduced circulation selenium, reduced circulatory selenium. In the selenium supplementation group, there were significant increase serum selenium. Further, there was a significant clinical improvement in the selenium supplemental group as compared with the placebo group, the group who got the sugar pill. Among 24 subjects with asthma, those who took supplements for 14 weeks had fewer symptoms than those that taken a placebo. One study found, however, the scientists agreed that more studies are needed. Okay, you can wait on those more studies while you take it 100 to 200 micromilligrams of selenium. Okay, that's me talking to me. You just get to listen in. Male infertility. That's because I had a couple of brothers come to us and want to increase their sperm count. Proteins found in sperms and involved in their formation are impacted by selenium and other antioxidants. Proteins found in sperm and involved in their formation are impacted by selenium and other antioxidants. So the sperm count out here for the males is real low, compared to some of the older guys who got their food grown on mineral-rich soil. An interesting dichotomy, however, is that while studies show male infertility may be improved by the selenium in the man's system, low levels that are too high can inhibit the sperm ability to swim. According to the University of Maryland Medical Center, another study concluded, quote, selenium-enriched probiotics or inorganic selenium supplementation give better results than probiotic supplementation and may be used to improve animals and human males' fertility composed by compromised by obesity or hyperlipidemia. Now, HIV, AIDS. Most of the African continent is selenium deficient. Simultaneously, AIDS is the most common causes of death. News Medical examined the disease impacted by selenium reports, quote, taken as a whole, the geographical evidence therefore strongly suggests that selenium is a protective against HIV infections. Such a relation is not limited to the virus. A frequently fatal illness of the heart, known as Cation Disease, is widespread in the population of the low selenium belt that crosses China from northeast to southwest. Cation disease, this fatal heart disease, occurs only in individuals who are both selenium deficient and infected by the Coxsackie virus. Selenium, dealing with the heart, dealing with HIV, male fertility, asthma, we said the heart benefit, cancer, immune function, all of these conditions from a little pill called selenium, and they say just be careful how much you take, don't overdo it, don't take 400 micromilligrams, half that much is what Dr. Wiley recommends, but when he fought the FDA, they made it take it down to 100, so you got a choice. Dr. Wiley now say 100 because of what they did with the FDA and what agreed upon, that's his pills, or Dr. Group, which is 200 micromilligrams per day with some food. Wow. Now, back to this AIDS, HIV. Why the highest death rate from AIDS affects several of the southwesternmost portions of the continent, such as Bashia, Uganda, Kenya, the prevalence rate of HIV infection still hovers at an unusual low 0.5% among women attending an aerial clinics in Dakar, the capital of Senegal. So, those folks, those folks is getting at selenium. The difference, scientists say, is that Senegal is located on the far west coast of Africa, where the soil is enriched with traces of selenium, contrasting the east portions where the soil is devoid of the selenium that might help make a difference in the regard. A similar situation is taking place in Finland, where to combat heart disease, legislation has passed in 1984 ordering sodium cyanide to be added to all the fertilizers throughout the country. Perhaps as a result, the country's HIV rates are half that of other Scandinavian countries. Selenium from food, seafood, mushrooms, and meats. The best selenium sources from food include salmon, although wild-caught Alaskan salmon is recommended due to the widespread pollution in fish, free-range organic turkeys, lamb, and grass-fed Oregon beef. You can also find high amounts of selenium in Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds, onion, garlic, and certain mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of the top Vegetable sources for selenium. 1 cup of cooked white button mushroom provide 19 micrograms of selenium, or 35% of the RDA. More typical servings is 1/4 of a cup provide less than 10% of the daily value. A cup of cooked lima or pinto beans average to 9 to 10 micromilligrams of the mineral, or about 15 to 20% of the RDA. Frozen cooked spinach, which is packed tightly per cup, then fresh cooked, provides 10 micromilligrams of selenium, or 18% of the RDA. Okay, got to let y'all go. But that just covers it and gave you everything. If you want to know more, you can give us a call at 586-757-DIET. Okay, 313-366-DIET, or come by and we can share some information at 3807 East 8 Mile Road, about 3 blocks west of Ryan, there from 10 to 7. Or give me a call or a text at 313-600-8532. I love to share information about health and nutrition. That just in me, okay? Just loving my people, just giving them the information, and they share with other one. Each one teach one. It's so powerful. And thank God for providing us and WHPR to get together and share this information to impact our community. Peace and love, y'all. Thanks for tuning in and visiting us. Peace.